Prosperity and abundance through the Most High Elohim. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. Um, so when it comes to this video, I was going to get around to it. I'm finally feeling pulled to do it, and I'm also feeling pulled to start doing, and I don't want to say channeling because I don't want it to be confused with any of the previous things, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel called again to do channelings for divine partnership. Not tarot readings, not anything obsessive, but I feel called to do these insights for divine partnership. Okay, so let's get into the difference between divine partnership and the twin flame obsession. Okay, so one of the things I want to point out is that, I don't know the intentions of the creator of the twin flame theory. I don't want to just say it was created with the intention to be low vibration or anything like that. The person could have simply just been pretty much analyzing a dynamic, right? However, this particular theory, I would like to put it to rest, at least for the people that are following me on social media, because in life you don't follow anybody. You need to be connected straight to the Most High. That's all you need. So don't ever follow me wholly and solely, because I will never be an example of perfection or always right. But anyways, so with this, I just want to pretty much highlight the differences between divine partnership and twin flame obsession. Now, the twin flame obsession, because people make things what it is as well. But as you can see, this has been heavily infiltrated by all types of different mindsets, all types of different people with different intentions. And it's become a superficial journey for people to really project and also not indulge, I don't even think that's a word, delve into something that is like kind of into escapism. The twin flame journey really becomes escapism. However, like I said, the feeling behind what a lot of people are speaking on is divine partnership. Some people who call themselves twin flames are in divine partnerships. Now, when it comes to obsession, anytime you find yourself in an obsessive state over something, you have to question what it is within you that is allowing this obsession, because it's no different than an addiction. And all addictions are rooted to things like trauma and insecurities. Now, when it comes to mirroring, also, I don't necessarily like that word, and that's something that's highlighted on the twin flame journey a lot. Because when it comes to mirroring, a lot of times, the image is not what it portrays itself to be, And then when it comes to the runner and chaser dynamic, it reminds me of a shadow. When you are constantly, you ever as a child try to pretty much catch your shadow or whatever the case may be, like, but you can't. You notice every time you move, the shadow moves. Every time you move, the shadow moves. So that's what the twin flame dynamic is really reminding me of. And really, I just opt to highlight that you are never to become obsessive over love or lusting over love. Lusting over love defeats the purpose of love itself. Um, However, that deep knowing that you have, that deep connection that you may have with someone else who um, is your divine partner is very real. So a lot of times we've seen this twin flame thing evolve into, well, maybe you guys may never be in a relationship, or your twin flame doesn't have to be your romantic partner and all this other stuff. And honestly, those are theories that people develop from what I would say kind of defeat in their thought process, or defeat in what they were looking for. And also, like I pointed out in one of my videos, the twin flame path is a dance between a narcissist and what people will call an empath, but what I call the anointed one. So you have to be careful, because not all connections are good ones. Remember that not all connections are good ones. So when it comes to the difference between divine partnership and the twin flame obsession, it really boils down to the source. And with divine partnership, your source must be the most high source, the most high power. Okay? So it's rooted in love, not true love, because there's only love. And when you acknowledge that there's only love, you then realize that anything that's not love, it's something else. It may be hate, it may be obsession, it may be disdain, it may be indifference, whatever. But love is love. Now, love is fluid in the sense that you love your children, you love your partner, you love what you do, right? And I will leave that there. We won't get into the misinterpretation of love being fluid. But it's important to highlight the difference between divine partnership and twin flame obsession, because one is destructive, it breaks you down, and it opens the door for low vibrations to come in. Because after you feel defeated dealing with this dynamic, then you pretty much, you start doing things that are not of yourself. You start doing things to be like, to retaliate or be resentful or prove to this other person that you're worthy. And it takes you on a path that you don't need to be on. With divine partnership, you guys will go and do the work that you need to do. And when you come back together, anytime you come back together, you will notice that it's like an upgrade. Like both of you have went and upgraded in understanding, in wisdom, in life on your own. And then also when it comes to divine partnership, this person is not going to ignore you. This person is not going to, it's like on the twin flame journey, a lot of people will say that you guys may not come together, or you may not hear from them, or they want to reach out to you but they won't, or they can't. Like, I'm sorry, we live in times where communicating with people that are like overseas can happen in an instant. So somebody who wants to talk to you is going to talk to you, and you don't want to become obsessive over something that doesn't exist, because that is something that a lot of people are holding on to. If a person's telling you with their mouth that they don't want to deal with you, then it's something that you should definitely take heed to. Because although, even with divine partnership, when When the divine feminine and the divine masculine are ascending upon their path, they are operating within those low vibrations still, in a way where, they're still evolving from their wounded feminine and the wounded masculine space. So there may be things that are said and done that are beneath who they are truly ascending to be. But someone, putting their hands on you, or, just really doing malicious things towards you on purpose, that is not a divine partnership. It's really not. Like, the divine masculine and divine feminine, they definitely have their ways and they have a lot of learning to do. And there's things they do out of that wounded space where, they're still working through things like jealousy, envy, and whatever else. But that's not the same as someone intentionally abusing you, okay? So I think that, let me see, is there anything else I want to say? For now, I think that's enough of what I want to say. It's just, please be mindful of when you're being abused, because no one deserves that in the name of some type of partnership, or, like, there's just too much fantasy around what people think is the twin flame journey or whatever. There's too much fantasy around it, and it also, it's out of place when, a person can contact you, they can be with you, just they can communicate honestly with you or have conversations with you, but they don't, or they choose not to, or they want nothing to do with you. That's not divine partnership, okay? So I just want to put that out there. And then also remember, not all connections are good connections. Some connections come to teach you a lesson about self-worth, self-esteem, and honoring oneself. And then also, when I want to add, with divine partnership, being anchored in the Most High, you know that the divine feminine is not to be obsessive over the divine masculine, and the divine masculine is not to be obsessive over the divine feminine. The divine masculine values the divine feminine because he values the Most High and he values himself, and there is laws, divine laws that work in a way where his abundance is increased through the divine feminine. So not just money and monetary things, or material things rather, but all aspects of his abundance, in integrity, in knowledge, in wealth, etc. It is enhanced by the divine feminine, okay? Because when they come together, it ignites so much more, but it doesn't make them any less when they're not together. And also the divine feminine, the way in which she trusts and is led by the divine masculine, it's because of the divine masculine's connection to the Most High. He can be trusted because he walks in integrity. He can be trusted because he listens to his, what we call the intuition, the ruach. And it's not something that we should place on low vibrational energies, because you can be misled and you can be extremely hurt. That's why you can't take the Most High out of the equation, because a level of integrity, respect, honor, and value comes with that, okay? So I know it will rub a lot of people the wrong way, but like I said, this is the time for clearing old energies out, renewing energies that resonate, and also allowing new energies who are on that frequency to come in. So I hope that helps. Like I said, when I feel guided with a message, that's funny because I just got a nudge. Like there's already something I want to say, as far as the insight of the journey of the divine masculine and divine feminine. Um, so I'll do that. I'll do that as I'm guided to or I'm called to, but I'm not going to force it because honestly, I had no intention of even doing anything like that again, but I am being obedient to the Most High, so I just have to do what I have to do. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns. I know I sound super raspy because I had to like wake up out my sleep and give this message. So we'll talk soon.